I just came back from the Milton Coin Show in West Virginia, and I want to share my experience with you today. Really fast video. It was a really good show. First off, I want you to take a look here. It's hosted by the Mountain State Numismatic Society. You can come over here to CoinZip, and you can find this listing for the shows over here on their website. You can see the shows that they had. This is the January 18th show. The next one is April 18th. Then you've got July 18th and October 17th. You have 4 shows. It's real easy to find. You know, as far as if you're in the Huntington area, you know how to get to Huntington. You know where a lot of people know where the Huntington Mall is in West Virginia. It's not very far down the road at the Milton exit. Real easy to find. Like I said, you can do the directions right here. Greg Mincotti. Here's his number. You want to go to the show. I believe there is a waiting list for dealers because it's not a huge show. But basically, you've got 28 tables, anywhere from 14 to 18 dealers. It just depends on how many tables they have. But believe me, even though it's kind of what you call a small coin show, kind of old school, but it's not old. In other words, really, I do really good at that show. I did a lot of sales. Another thing, there was a lot of youth. And when I tell you there was a lot of youth, I mean that. Not just playing around with that. They bought off of me. We sat and we talked about Red Book, and one of them was carrying around his Red Book, and he had the big edition. And we were talking about that and comparing it to Gray Sheet and pricing. I had one buying several Lincoln Cents and Mercury Dimes off of me with his brother. It's really a great experience, guys. If you ever get a chance, you got to stop at the Milton Show, April 18th. It's on a Saturday. I want to share a couple things here. First off, I know it's not the greatest thing. I mean, it's a roll of Mercury Dimes and 4 quarters. There were some people that came in, they wanted to sell something, and they said, this is what we want out of it. And I thought, well, that's fair enough. These are proof quarters, but they're impaired proofs. So they sold them to me pretty much at melt. Another thing is I got a 32D Washington quarter. I got a couple Flying Eagles, small and large, 1858. I'm not really, they're just normal circulated coins. You know, they're not anything real special. I also went through several bags and found some real nice Morgan dollars, almost some circulated Morgan dollars, some Franklin half dollars in here. They were just in a bag. I went through them and picked out dates that I needed, dates that I thought were pretty decent, you know, for the price. So I did pretty good with that. And I'll have to go through those. And then someone else wanted to do a little trading, and they actually had some Christmas rounds here. You can see it. And they had this one round. It's called the City of Charleston, West Virginia. And it's from 1986, and it's the Stern Wheel Regatta Festival. And he didn't know if the coin was actually silver or not. And it's on the edge. It's 0.99 troy ounce. So see, it's a pretty nice looking coin there. That is kind of interesting. It's a reflection in that. There we go. And I also got a few, just some picks. A 96.0. I probably cleaned a little bit, but you know, it's a little better year, and you get around to extra fine. You know, it's pretty close to extra fine. Then got a couple more. I got an 89 here, cleaned. These 3 here, somebody traded me. They wanted to buy some Indian cents off of me, and I just traded it with them. So, you know, like I said, you know, collectors come in, trade you some coins, maybe give you some little bit of cash to go along with it or whatever it might be. Sometimes I want to trade straight up for something they don't want for something that they do need. Then there's dealer to dealer. I can tell you that I sold more to collectors this time than I did to dealers. Typically you sell a lot to dealers because they need inventory. We're always needing that kind of stuff. Then I bought 3 really nice Morgan dollars. I got a 79S NGC graded. And then I got a 81S. That was also Mint State 64 by NGC. And then I got a 88. mint state 63. Those were some dates that I just didn't want to pass up. I want to get them, and they're pretty popular. Also, I've got, and these are really nice, I got a 81S. I mean, that coin's nice, and it graded 65 by PCGS. It almost looks like a plus grade to me. That's an awful nice looking coin right there. And then I also got another 65, and it's a 1887. And it's not too bad of a coin either. It's nice. And then the actual highlights, the ones that I love, I just love raw coins. Typically, coins that are raw in dealers, sometimes they're picked for the dealer to have something nice to display. And so often the graded coins you get from dealers have been picked through, they've been passed around wholesale and this and that, and you never know, they're not always as nice. But these here, and then I bought an 1883 cc, and you know, it looks, I mean, it's nice original surfaces. It's just a really nice coin. You know, none of them will get PL. None of them will get proof-like. They do have some proof-like qualities to them. So anyways, I wanted to share all that with you guys. I wanted to share with you the Milton show, and I'm going to show you the screen over here again. Come over to CoinZip, and you can find the latest shows. You can get directions here. You can go to their website here, and I can show you their website again. It's under construction. They're working on it, trying to add so you can see the dates and all the shows. But if you have any questions, you can always call Greg McCarty. Really nice man. He watches my YouTube videos, and there was a lot of people there that met me and came to the show and told me that they love my videos. I do appreciate everybody that says that to me. I appreciate every one of the customers at that show, every one of the dealers. It's a really laid-back atmosphere, and I mean, it was busy though. I mean, there was most tables had 3 to 4 or 5 people at each table, and it was all the way through. So thanks for watching my latest video, and this is a big shout out to the Milton, West Virginia show, which I love that show, and you need to go to it. So please like, share, and comment, and have a great day.